For decades, the phrase, "King of the Sky," has conjured images of roaring fighter jets, their pilots pushing the limits of speed and G-forces. But what if the true ruler of the heavens isn't a silver arrow spitting fire, but a silent, unseen sentinel? A ghost that flies higher, sees further, and stays aloft longer than anything else in the world. A machine that knows your secrets before you even whisper them. Today we are talking about an aircraft that views the Earth from beyond human reach, an aircraft that carries no bombs or missiles, yet its presence alone can dictate the outcome of battles. Welcome to Wings of War, where we dissect the machines, the strategies, and the untold stories that define aerial dominance. Today, we are asking a question that gets to the heart of modern aerial warfare. Is the RQ-4 Global Hawk, the undisputed master of high-altitude reconnaissance, truly the real king of the sky? In an era where information is treated as the ultimate weapon, the side that sees first, understands fastest, and acts most decisively wins. And this is the job of the Global Hawk, which flies silently and almost invisibly, miles above the reach of conventional threats, a strategic asset, a flying supercomputer, gathering intelligence so vital it shapes global geopolitical landscapes. To fully understand the Global Hawk, we must rewind to the Cold War. The thirst for intelligence was intense, pushing the U.S. Air Force to create magnificent aircraft like the U-2 Dragon Lady and later the State Route 71 Blackbird. These planes flew dangerously high and fast to evade radar and missiles, but these missions were extremely costly and life-threatening for the pilots. Human endurance also imposed a limit on long-term surveillance. The Gulf War in the 1990s highlighted a critical need: the demand for continuous, 24-hour surveillance over a wide area without exposing human lives to direct risk. This necessity led to the foundation of the high-altitude, long-endurance HALE UAV program. The concept was simple, but the execution was revolutionary: an aircraft that could fly for days, not hours, at extreme altitudes where the air is thin and threats are minimal, constantly beaming crucial data back to Earth. From this ambition, the RQ-4 Global Hawk was born. Now, let's discuss the anatomy of this king. The Global Hawk is no ordinary drone, it is massive. Its wingspan is approximately 130 feet 40 meters, comparable to a Boeing 737 passenger jet. Its sleek, composite airframe is optimized for minimal drag at high altitudes. Powering it is a single Rolls-Royce F137 turbofan engine, specifically designed for fuel efficiency. This engine allows the Global Hawk to reach altitudes exceeding 60,000 feet, which is twice the typical cruising altitude of commercial airliners. At these heights, the air is extremely thin and cold, and the aircraft mostly remains above adverse weather, granting it an unobstructed view of the world below. But its true characteristic is its endurance. It can remain airborne for over 30 hours on a single tank of fuel. Imagine that, a single Global Hawk can launch, fly across an entire continent, loiter over a target area for a full day, and then return, all without needing to refuel. This persistent presence is what brings a decisive turn to intelligence gathering. But its most crucial aspect is its eyes and ears, its sensor suite. It carries a multi-spectral sensor package. The most important is the synthetic aperture radar, SAR. This is not a conventional radar. SAR can penetrate clouds, smoke, and even light foliage, allowing it to produce high-resolution images of the ground, day or night. Working alongside this is the Moving Target Indicator (MTI), which tracks vehicles or groups of people moving on the ground in real time, providing critical tactical intelligence to ground forces. It also includes high-resolution electro-optical (EO) cameras and infrared (IR) sensors, recording visible light and thermal signatures, allowing it to see in the dark or through camouflage. All this data, collected simultaneously, is processed onboard and then beamed via secure satellite links to ground control stations, often thousands of miles away from the target. Operators can guide the aircraft, task its sensors, and receive real-time intelligence feeds, allowing them to make decisions with a global perspective. In the real world, what does the Global Hawk translate to? It is the ultimate intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance (ISR) platform. In military operations, it provides unparalleled situational awareness. It maps vast areas, identifies enemy positions, tracks convoys, and monitors troop movements, providing decisive superiority to ground commanders and significantly reducing the fog of war. Beyond conflict, the Global Hawk is also a crucial asset in humanitarian aid and disaster relief. Following natural disasters like earthquakes or tsunamis, when infrastructure is destroyed and ground access is difficult, the Global Hawk can fly over vast affected areas, mapping damage, identifying isolated communities, and guiding rescue efforts when every second counts. Its quiet, persistent presence can be a deterrent, a data collector, and a force multiplier. The true genius of the Global Hawk lies in its persistence. Before hail UAVs, strategic surveillance was a series of snapshots. The U-2 would fly its route and return. Satellites pass over at set intervals. There were blind spots and gaps in coverage. The Global Hawk, however, offers a persistent stare. It can loiter over an area of interest for days on end, continuously collecting data. This provides not just a single picture, but the evolution of a situation. You can track patterns, identify changes, and even predict intentions. This persistence is not just about time, it is also about cost-effectiveness and safety. One Global Hawk, operating from a safe base thousands of miles away, can provide the same level of continuous surveillance as multiple manned aircraft rotating through a hazardous area, all at a lower cost and zero risk to human pilots. While the Global Hawk is unmanned, it is certainly not unpiloted. On the contrary, it is operated by a highly trained team, often consisting of a pilot and a sensor operator, who work alongside mission planners and intelligence analysts. These teams work from ground control stations that can be thousands of miles away from the aircraft itself. The pilot controls the aircraft's flight path, ascent, descent, and general maneuvers, while the sensor operator manages the array of sophisticated intelligence gathering tools, focusing them on targets of interest. This remote operation model provides a significant advantage in safety. No human lives are directly exposed to danger. It also allows for continuous operations. When one cruise shift ends, another takes over, and the aircraft remains airborne. The Global Hawk has not been a static platform, it has continuously evolved. Its various blocks or versions have been developed, each with enhanced capabilities, better sensors, and greater endurance. For example, Block 40 introduced the MPRTIP Multi-Platform Radar Technology Insertion Program, a highly advanced AESA radar capable of even more precise ground mapping and moving target indication. But perhaps the most significant evolution is the RQ-4C Trident. Although part of the Global Hawk family, the Trident is specifically designed for maritime surveillance. It should be viewed as the Global Hawk's naval cousin. It features significant modifications for the harsh marine environment, a reinforced airframe to withstand the stress of lower altitude operations through potentially turbulent weather, and a specialized maritime sensor suite, including the MFAS multi-function active sensor radar optimized for detecting small vessels and submersibles across the vast expanse of the ocean. The Trident, working alongside manned P-8 Poseidon maritime patrol aircraft, significantly expands the eyes and ears of naval forces globally. No technology, however advanced, comes without its challenges and controversies. The Global Hawk is no exception. Firstly, cost. These are incredibly sophisticated machines, and they come with a hefty price tag. Each Global Hawk can cost well over $100 million, and that is before factoring in development, ground stations, and operational expenses. This heavy investment often leads to intense scrutiny regarding its cost-effectiveness as competing technologies emerge. Secondly, vulnerability. While it flies high, it is not entirely invulnerable. Adversaries are constantly developing sophisticated anti-access, area denial, A2AD capabilities, including advanced surface-to-air missile systems that can reach extreme altitudes. The threat is real, and the loss of a Global Hawk would be a major blow, both financially and in terms of intelligence capability. Then there are the broader ethical and legal debates surrounding autonomous intelligence gathering. The notion of a machine flying undetected for days, collecting massive amounts of data on individuals, nations, and their activities, raises profound questions about privacy, sovereignty, and the future of surveillance. Who controls this data? How is it used? These questions continue to evolve as the technology becomes more widespread. Finally, there is the challenge of data overload. The Global Hawk collects an almost unimaginable volume of data. The challenge is not just collecting it, but processing, analyzing, and disseminating it effectively to those who need it. This requires massive computing power, sophisticated artificial intelligence, and highly trained human analysts to turn raw data into actionable intelligence. So, is the RQ-4 Global Hawk truly the real king of the sky? In terms of strategic, persistent, high-altitude intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance, absolutely. It reigns supreme. It doesn't dogfight, it doesn't drop bombs, but it shapes the battlefield and gathers the knowledge that makes those actions possible and effective. It is the silent, all-seeing eye that fundamentally changed how nations gather intelligence and conduct warfare. It pushed the boundaries of what was possible for an unmanned aircraft, proving that persistence, precision, and the power of information are truly paramount in the modern age. It flies where no human pilot needs to go, and does so for days on end, seeing everything and missing nothing. What do you think? Does the RQ-4 Global Hawk deserve the title, King of the Sky, or is there another aircraft, manned or unmanned, that you believe holds that crown? Let us know in the comments below. If you were captivated by the silent power of the Global Hawk, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to Wings of War for more in-depth explorations of aerial might, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss our next flight. Until then, keep your eyes on the skies.